Far beyond the reach of human imagination, a solitary machine drifts through the infinite abyss, a testament to our audacity and curiosity. Launched in 1977, this spacecraft, humanity's most distant creation, has ventured farther than any object we've ever built, piercing the veil of our solar system and plunging into the uncharted wilderness of interstellar space. For decades, it has faithfully whispered secrets back to Earth, its signals traversing more than 15 billion miles of cosmic darkness. Known as the farthest envoy of our species, it crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the sun's influence fades and the galaxy's vastness takes hold, long ago, entering a realm where no human-made object had ever tread. Its mission was simple yet profound: explore, observe, endure. But recently, this lonely pioneer sent back a transmission that shattered every expectation. A discovery so jaw-dropping, it has left the scientific world reeling and humanity on the brink of a paradigm-shifting revelation. Deep within the frigid, silent expanse of the void, it detected a signal, an anomaly so bizarre, so inexplicable, that it defies all known laws of nature and screams of something extraordinary lurking in the shadows of the cosmos. The data didn't arrive with fanfare or a thunderous roar. It crept in quietly, a subtle whisper encoded in low-frequency electromagnetic waves that seemed, at first, unremarkable. Yet, as the information unfurled, it became clear this was no ordinary transmission. The spacecraft's instruments, battered by decades of cosmic radiation, picked up pulses that pulsed with a rhythm, a cadence that stood apart from the chaotic hum of space. These weren't the random crackles of solar winds, the faint echoes of interstellar plasma, or the predictable drones of distant pulsars and quasars. No, these waves carried a structure, a chilling, precise repetition that echoed with an almost mechanical intent. Emerging from a region of space believed to be a desolate void, devoid of stars, planets, or any known celestial bodies, the signal grew stronger over weeks, intensifying as if alive, shifting in strength like a heartbeat from something unseen. The spacecraft, floating through what should have been an empty ocean of sparse particles and cosmic dust, had stumbled upon a phenomenon that felt less like a natural occurrence and more like a deliberate cry, or perhaps a watchful gaze from the darkness, fixated on humanity's fragile emissary. Scientists scrambled to make sense of this cosmic enigma, their initial skepticism giving way to a creeping unease as conventional explanations crumbled. Natural radio emissions, too structured, gravitational lensing, no massive objects nearby, plasma oscillations, the patterns didn't match. With every dismissed theory, the implications grew darker, heavier, more electrifying. The signal's rhythm hinted at something artificial, structured intervals that pulsed with a purpose, a design that felt eerily intentional. Could it be possible? Had this relic of the 1970s, a machine born in the dawn of space exploration, wandered into the domain of something advanced, something patient, something quiet? The idea was as terrifying as it was exhilarating. More unsettling still, the signal wasn't a random broadcast, scattered like starlight across the void. It tightened over time, its focus sharpening as if homing in on the spacecraft itself. Whatever was out there, it wasn't just transmitting, it was aware. Aware of this tiny probe, a mere speck in the galaxy, built by a species still fumbling with its first steps into the stars. The notion that something in the infinite dark had locked onto it, tracking its every move, was staggering, a cosmic game-changer that felt like the universe itself had blinked and noticed us. As researchers peeled back the layers of this interstellar mystery, the signal revealed even more mind-blowing secrets. Its structure wasn't just rhythmic, it was fractal, patterns within patterns, self-replicating sequences that danced with the elegance of chaos theory and the precision of quantum mechanics. Buried within the data were prime numbers, those universal markers long theorized as the calling card of intelligent life. This wasn't noise. It was a language, a code, a message etched in the fabric of space itself. The spacecraft, moving at over 38,000 miles per hour through the void, might have intercepted the first whisper of contact, an encounter so subtle yet so profound that it could redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. The signal's focus suggested intent, as if whatever sent it knew the probe was there, knew it was listening, knew it carried the hopes of a distant world. It was as if we'd cast a stone into the abyss and heard it echo back, not with a splash, but with a voice, deliberate and tailored, speaking directly to us. But the shocks didn't end there. The signal carried distortions, frequency warps that defied explanation, pointing to massive gravitational disruptions rippling through the void. These weren't the gentle tugs of a distant star, or the pull of a rogue planet. They suggested something colossal, something hidden, bending space in ways that should have been impossible. The spacecraft wasn't near any known object of such mass, yet the data screamed of an unseen titan, a cloaked behemoth lurking just beyond detection. Embedded within the signal was a fainter pulse, oscillating at a different frequency, almost lost in the static. When amplified, it revealed time delays, echoes that turned the spacecraft into an unwitting node in a vast interstellar relay. These delays aligned with distances far beyond its position, hinting at a network stretching across light years, a web of communication so immense it dwarfed human comprehension. Whatever this was, it wasn't a fleeting blip. It was a glimpse into a system, perhaps a civilization, operating on a scale that made our greatest achievements seem like child's play. Then, in a heartbeat, it stopped. The signal didn't fade or weaken. It vanished, cut off with a precision that felt deliberate, final, chilling. One moment, the spacecraft was bathed in this mysterious transmission. The next, it was plunged back into silence, its instruments left buzzing with residual energy. The craft, though decades old and worn, seemed marked by the encounter, its systems carrying the faint imprint of something inexplicable. The abrupt end left more questions than answers, each one more haunting than the last. Had the source moved away? Was it a test, a fleeting brush with an intelligence so vast it barely registered our presence? Or was it a warning, a line in the cosmic sand beyond which we were not meant to cross? The silence was deafening, a void that echoed with the weight of what might have been. This wasn't the empty stillness of space we'd imagined. It was a silence that felt alive, pregnant with meaning, as if the universe had paused to watch what we'd do next. The implications of this encounter ripple far beyond the data itself, striking at the core of what we believe about the cosmos. For decades, we've gazed into the stars, searching for signs of life, assuming the universe was a sterile expanse dotted with lifeless rocks and burning suns. But this discovery, this electrifying, gut-punching anomaly, suggests otherwise. What if the spacecraft had brushed against the remnants of an ancient civilization, its machines still humming in the dark, waiting for someone to stumble upon them? What if it had crossed paths with a presence so advanced it didn't need ships or cities, but existed as pure energy woven into the fabric of space-time itself? The possibilities are as thrilling as they are terrifying. The spacecraft, a fragile relic of human ingenuity, might have become the key to unlocking a deeper truth, that the galaxy isn't a barren wasteland, but a thriving tapestry of structure, intention, and perhaps intelligence. This wasn't supposed to happen. The spacecraft was built to drift, to observe, to fade into obscurity as it sailed beyond the reach of our sun. Its purpose was scientific, not diplomatic. Yet here it was, trespassing into a realm where the rules of reality seemed to bend. The patterns it recorded, the signals it relayed, pushed beyond the boundaries of astrophysics into a domain where science flirts with the unknown, where facts blur into speculation, and where humanity's greatest questions hang in the balance. Some whisper that the anomaly could be a sentinel, a dormant guardian left by a race long vanished, programmed to watch and wait. Others dare to imagine something more alive, not flesh and blood, but a consciousness born of light and gravity, sensing the spacecraft as a fleeting curiosity in its boundless awareness. Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: the universe is not what we thought it was. The data kept coming, each revelation more staggering than the last. Beyond the electromagnetic readings, the spacecraft's trajectory showed tiny, inexplicable deviations, nudges that couldn't be blamed on mechanical failure or known celestial forces. Something was tugging at it, gently altering its path through the void. Was it the gravitational pull of a cloaked giant? A planetary-sized shadow hiding in plain sight? Or was it something artificial, a structure so vast it could cradle stars resting silently in the dark? The possibilities ignite the imagination and chill the soul. Space, once thought to be an empty canvas, now feels crowded, teeming with unseen forces and deliberate hands. The spacecraft, traveling for nearly half a century, might have wandered into the outskirts of a presence that measures time not in years, but in eons. A being or system so ancient it views our entire history as a fleeting spark. Fueling the mystery further, the signal's sudden end wasn't the clean break it first appeared to be. Residual fluctuations lingered in the spacecraft's instruments, strange signatures that defied calibration or explanation. These weren't the scars of solar storms or the wear of cosmic radiation. They were something new, something otherworldly. The craft itself seemed changed, as if the encounter had left a mark, not just in its data, but in its very essence. Scientists grappled with the unknown, their tools and theories stretched to the breaking point. Had the spacecraft been scanned, probed, or even altered by whatever it met? The idea that a machine built in the 1970s could carry the fingerprint of an alien intelligence, or something stranger still, was as awe-inspiring as it was unsettling. The silence that followed wasn't an end, it was a beginning. A doorway cracked open to a reality we're only beginning to glimpse. Deep within the mission control rooms of Earth, the atmosphere is thick with wonder and dread. This wasn't part of the plan. The spacecraft was meant to sail forever, a quiet witness to the galaxy's grandeur, not a herald of something greater. Yet here we stand, on the precipice of a discovery that could echo across generations. What if the signal was the tail end of a message sent millennia ago? A breadcrumb left by a civilization that once ruled the stars? What if it was a beacon, active and aware, evaluating us as we unwittingly crossed its threshold? The spacecraft's encounter, brief, silent, and profound, might be humanity's first step into a larger universe, one where we're no longer alone. Its transmissions, faint and fragile, could be rippling outward even now, announcing our existence to whatever lies beyond. The weight of this moment is almost too much to bear. For years, we've dreamed of contact, of finding proof that the cosmos holds more than dust and gas. Now, with one unexpected signal, that dream teeters on the edge of reality. The spacecraft, a symbol of our reach, may have done more than explore. It may have knocked on the door of something immense, something that noticed. Whether that something is benevolent, indifferent, or ominous remains a mystery. But the precision of the signal, the focus of its gaze, feels like a promise or a threat. The universe, once a distant frontier, suddenly feels closer, alive with possibility and peril. This tiny probe, launched in an era of disco and typewriters, could be the spark that ignites a new age, one where humanity looks to the stars not just with hope, but with anticipation, knowing we've been seen. And yet, the story doesn't end with silence. The spacecraft continues its journey, hurtling deeper into the unknown, its systems still humming with the echoes of that strange encounter. Every byte of data it sends back is now scrutinized with a fervor bordering on obsession, as if the next transmission might hold the key to unlocking the full truth. What lies ahead? Will the signal return, stronger and clearer, demanding our attention? Or will it remain a singular event, a fleeting brush with the infinite that leaves us forever wondering? The possibilities stretch out like the galaxy itself, endless, mesmerizing, and utterly terrifying. The spacecraft, our tireless envoy, has ventured where no human can follow, and in doing so, it may have rewritten our destiny among the stars. This discovery, this electrifying twist in the tale of our farthest traveler, forces us to confront the vastness of what we don't know. The signal, structured, focused, deliberate, challenges every assumption about the emptiness of space. It suggests a universe not of chaos, but of order, not of isolation, but of connection. The spacecraft's brush with the unknown could be the first thread in a tapestry we've only begun to weave, a story that stretches back to the dawn of time and forward to a future we can't yet imagine. It's a reminder that our journey into the cosmos is just beginning, that every step we take, every machine we send, carries the potential to change everything. The silence left behind isn't an absence, it's a challenge, daring us to listen harder, to look deeper, to reach further. In the grand sweep of history, this moment stands apart. A flicker of light in the darkness, a whisper from the void that could roar into a symphony. The spacecraft, once a quiet observer, has become a messenger, carrying a truth too big for us to fully grasp. Its encounter with the anomaly isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a wake-up call, a jolt to our collective soul. The universe is watching, waiting, perhaps even speaking, and for the first time, we're close enough to hear it. What comes next is anyone's guess, but one thing is certain: the stars are no longer just points of light. They're possibilities, promises, and maybe, just maybe, the shadows of something alive. The spacecraft's legacy, once defined by distance, is now bound to this mystery, a spark in the void that could light the way to our greatest adventure yet. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wonders of space. Your support makes it possible to continue sharing the marvels of the universe with the world. We can keep exploring the stars and uncovering the secrets of the cosmos. Until next time, keep looking up.